Damn, y'all feel that?
Yeah, yeah, uh, yeah. A message to all you pseudo spitters. The sound is cool, but the trend I see is the truth is missing. I feel the flow is stupid. You claim that the music's different. I guess it's all opinion, depending on who was listening.
What's the word, y'all? It's KTR podcast, hashtag KTR. We are KTR. We are back in the building for the episode 88 episode. Yes, that's right. Episode 88, live and direct with my brothers, Big Harv and no J-Bo. J-Bo is under the weather right now, currently with his weak-ass immune system. Yes, I be talking about him all the time because he gets sick easily. The moment you cough on him, he's out for the count for 2 weeks. But my brother, we are with you today. We're going to get this episode out the way for you just as you requested because you don't want to put your presence out and spread your germs amongst the virtual world of this social media era and everything. But we got you. But in other words, I'm going to check in with my brother, Big Harv. And how are you doing, my brother, today?
I'm doing all right, man. I'm a little hungover, you know what I'm saying? Just slightly, but we gonna make it happen. It's
We're
a good
gonna
day.
That's right. We're gonna make it happen because you know what? We energize, we take our vitamin C. All right, that's the thing about it. We are healthy today and we're gonna get through this show. But before we get started on this show, we need y'all to do this one simple favor for us, and that is to follow us on all social media platforms, KTR_podcast, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. No Roast Podcast, Facebook, YouTube. No Roast Podcast on all podcast platforms. Google Podcast, Spotify, Anchor, Apple Podcasts, Podbean, everything. And don't forget to get that merch at ProWrestlingTees.com/KTR Podcast. Let's get in, let's go, let's get into the show. Episode 88. We're going to just make it funky real quick, keep it short and sweet, and just going to get straight to the nitty gritty. We're talking about WrestleMania because that's all that matters right now. WrestleMania 40 is in this upcoming week. You'll see it because this episode is going to come out immediately after we finish recording. So you'll see this ahead of WrestleMania. And what is it? We always do this around time. We're going to do our WrestleMania 40 predictions today for y'all. Whenever y'all decide to listen to this episode, we're going to get right down to business. And we're going to start off with the match that never airs on WrestleMania Day. It's going to be on the day before, more like 9 times out of 10 on SmackDown. And that is the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. I mean, it was on the show a couple of times, but they just moved it off, put it on Friday nights now. But you know the gist, you know what I'm talking about. So, with that the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal makes you think about, okay, who has been on the wayside lately, who needs that quick pop and shine to have that little title, that little moment, because they don't want to give that person like a belt or a title or anything for the time being. So that's usually what it is, in my opinion, 9 times out of 10. If you correct me if I'm wrong, Big Hard.
No, that's basically what it is.
Yeah. So placeholder. Yeah, placeholder.
Yeah.
So, with that being said, who do you think will be this year's Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal winner?
The only one that really jumps in my mind, due to the fan outcry and what we both thought was a mistake on WWE's part, and his continued involvement in the story, kind of like coaching Sami Zayn through what's going on with him and Gunther. I could see Chad Gable winning it.
Yeah.
Deserves some sort of moment this WrestleMania season that he's sadly not going to actually get, even if he wins it, like we said, it's consolation. But I could see him coming away with it.
Yeah, that's the person I was gonna pick too. I don't see nobody else going through with. I'm like, cause what they give it to last year? What, Jay Uso? I think.
Did they give it to Jay last year?
I think they gave it to Jay last year.
Huh. That's very possible, but that's crazy if they did.
I feel like they did. I ain't gonna lie to you, but yeah. But with that, I feel like this year more like it will be Chad Gable. I'm trying to think of somebody else right now who
that's close enough to that.
Yeah, like I don't know. I would say Montez Ford, but with that, he's in that awkward storyline right now with against AOP and what's that dude name? He cutting his hair off and growing it back again.
Yeah,
Dang, it slipped my mind that Karrion Kross, yeah.
Yeah, I always remember Scarlett.
Yeah. So with that, yeah. So I'm going with Chad Gable too with that. So like I said, we gonna see what happens on that match because apparently we're not getting Chad Gable on WrestleMania against Gunther. So I feel like that's the next best thing for them. So hey, is what it is. Moving on. Why are they gonna have the women's battle royal?
I'm not sure. I haven't seen it announced.
I haven't seen it announced either, so I'm not gonna touch on that because I don't know if it is or not. And I forgot the name of it too, because I think there was a thing about it. They named after somebody, but I think there was like troubles with, and they were like going back and forth. And yeah, so we're gonna stay away from that topic. But if they do, we'll just announce on social media or I guess that we're gonna have for that match. All right, moving on. I got the list in front of me. We're gonna go to yeah, so we just talked about Jay. So we're gonna speak about him again. Jay Uso versus Jimmy Uso. The twins are going at it in a singles match on WrestleMania 40. Who do you got? Which twin?
This one is actually a toss up for me because I feel like, again, moment wise, Jay deserves it. Jay deserves to emerge as that singles competitor. He's really been doing well by himself. But Jimmy has looked really, really bad since the split. And I feel like he needs a win as well. So it's a toss up for me. I think they're probably going to give it to Jay. I'm gonna put mine behind Jay.
Yeah, you know, because the crowd behind him and everything, you know, he's been having a hot streak, you know. But Jimmy is big brother still. You gotta remember, Jimmy is still big brother. Little brother can't beat big brother no matter what happens. So big brother gonna do anything in his power to make sure he get that W. Even if he gotta cheat, he gotta do a schoolboy roll, a small package, grab the tights, whatever, and get that. He gonna get it done. And like I said, his win streak ain't been the best since they split up. And also, you know, on W2K24, how they got different ratings. Jay Uso's at 90, Jimmy at 84. Like, that's a big difference. He gonna show him like, I ain't know 84. I should be 90. So I'm going with Jimmy on this match. I'm picking Jimmy Uso for this one. All right, we got another singles match on the line, and that is LA Knight.
No.
You supposed to say yeah.
You know that's not coming from me.
All right, LA Knight versus AJ Styles. In singles match. Who you got for this one?
LA Knight needs it because I feel like the company's more behind pushing him as I wouldn't say a top guy, but like right there in the upper mid card area. AJ Styles is pretty much untouchable. I don't think he had a very good year 2023. He didn't really do too much. He was gone for a prolonged period too. But I think he can survive the loss more than LA Knight can. LA Knight's already cooled off a bit because this is more of a blow-off grudge match than something that people wanted to see him more in a title picture somewhere. But that hasn't really happened yet. So I think LA Knight takes it.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. Yeah, I just don't see the reason why AJ Styles will win right now. You know, I feel like they just need to get that push more behind LA Knight since it's about to be a new year in wrestling to start fresh with new storylines, new pushes, and I feel like that's the guy they need to push forward with whatever they got coming up next in line, whatever in the wrestling world. So with that, I'm going with LA Knight too as well on that one. Next match we got on the list is Logan Paul versus Randy Orton versus Kevin Owens. Triple threat match for the U.S. title. Who you got?
Hate to say it, but I got Logan Paul.
Yeah.
I see him. I don't see him just getting outright beat, and I don't see the other two guys pinning each other because it wouldn't be as impactful with somebody like Logan Paul. People want to see him get his ass beat and lose. You know what I'm saying? So it wouldn't have the same effect if they pinned each other and somebody won the title that way. So I think he squirms out with it somehow.
With that, like I say, I agree because this is the type of match where him winning doesn't make him seem stronger than his opponents because he is helping there. So like he can just steal a win somewhere around the ballpark because him getting a clean win over like a prominent wrestler is kind of wild because even when he beat Ricochet, I give J-Bo a lot of shit, about Ricochet. I really don't think he should beat him clean. Like that was wild, but that's a story for another day. So with that, like I said, and also Logan Paul is not the headline, but the quote unquote face of SummerSlam. I think they wanted to have him carry that title all the way until SummerSlam, unfortunately. So with that, Logan Paul for the win. I like it. I like Prime. I like the drink. I'm gonna say it is a good beverage. You gotta try it one day.
I've tried it. I've given it a sip, man. You know,
Give it a sip.
I'm not, not with it. It's not.
All right, next match we got on the line is the enormous WWE Tag Team Championship ladder match. It's a ladder match.
6-pack, yeah, ladder match.
Yeah, we got the Judgment Day, DIY, Awesome Truth, New Day, Austin Theory and Grayson Waller, and I forgot the name of Pete Dunne and Tyler Bates group. Something catch. Huh?
Who Catch Republic.
Yeah, that. Yeah. So got all these tag teams in a ladder match. What do you think is going to happen? Who do you think is going to win?
I would love to see New Catch Republic or DIY win personally, because they were teams before they got split up before they could do anything on the main roster, and I feel like those guys are still young enough, or not even young enough, because Muscle Ciampa's up there a little bit.
Right. I'm like, ain't nobody on need 35 on this match. Well, except for Awesome Theory.
to keep themselves relevant. And I feel like they need that right now. I don't think Judgment Day needs to hold those tag titles anymore. It's time to move away from that and focus on whatever they're going to do with the briefcase, or whatever they're going to do with the group as a whole. So I do think they don't retain the titles, but it is a pretty big toss up on who wins it.
Yeah.
Awesome, another favorite, I think, because of the storyline with R-Truth mainly and Judgment Day. So watching them as well.
With that, I'm going to go with dang, it's tough now. I'm looking at the list because I'm in between with the New Day and Awesome Truth. Awesome Truth, the reason why, because they're hot, popular, funny. You know, it's going to do well for like segments and to keep the tag titles relevant on the entertainment side. New Day, well established, builds a resume even more, makes them more of a prominent tag team in the division and overall in WWE in wrestling history. So I'm gonna go with Miz and R-Truth just for now. They could win it now. You know, I don't expect a long title run, but they can definitely win it right now. Speak on J-Bo's behalf, I remember we asked him about like what do you think gonna happen with the tag team titles, because we're talking about they need to separate these titles instead of having this unified tag team title thing, because it's going on too long now. It's getting a little bit stale. And we actually have tag teams in wrestling because y'all building factions out the wazoo now, and so you need something. And so we thought it was gonna be a thing where like Ms. R-Truth grabs the belt, but he only grabs one, not both of them, and grab one strap and there's another strap up there and somebody else gets it. So that was his theory on that. Hopefully something like that happens. Hopefully. Because y'all
that would be a smart and creative booking way of splitting the title.
Yeah,
it would be.
But overall, I'm gonna go with the Miz and R-Truth to be the new tag team champions. If it's unified, the new unified WWE tag team champions. So I'm gonna go with that. Next on the list, the match that we do not want, but we're gonna get anyway, and that is Gunther versus Sami Zayn for the WWE Intercontinental Championship. Who you got, Big Harv?
Even though it's not what we want and it is disappointing, I think it's going to be a good ass match. Sami Zayn and Gunther not going to put on a bad match.
Oh, of course not. No, we're not down Sami Zayn's wrestling at all. Right. We just ain't want to see him this match. That's it.
Phil Gable was more deserving. That's really it.
Yeah.
But I don't think Sami Zayn should win it. I just don't feel like it's his. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree.
I feel like it's his.
He's had the title before already too.
Right. And we got a lot of long reigns going on right now. That's not necessarily a bad thing to keep those reigns going until you find the right story, the right moment to take the title off of somebody. So I'm going to go with Gunther.
Agree. I'm going to go with Gunther too as well. They trying to make that, extend his reign of being an Intercontinental title. No, I saw someone on social media say this, he's gonna make history at WrestleMania with title. I don't know what the thing. I didn't read the article or anything, but I just saw it like at the headline. But where that is, we're gonna go with. But like I said, I'm gonna go through in this match too, as well. Let's see here. Next we have. Oh my God. 3 beautiful black queens against Damage Control.
Honestly, didn't think that they was gonna throw that on the card.
Me neither, but God is good. Happy Easter.
Happy Easter, my boy.
We have Bianca Belair, Jade Cargill, and Naomi against Damage Control. I ain't gonna mention their names because y'all are relevant to me right now. So who you got for this match?
I got the Black Beautiful Queens, man. I mean, they debuted Jade Cargill. I didn't think it was a good idea to do it right before WrestleMania. I think it would have been better for right after when they do big debuts. But since they've debuted her, they have to capitalize with a win. She can't lose this match. She can't lose this match.
It's a safe way to do it too because it's in a tag team match, so don't necessarily have like that vision of one-on-one competition, analyzing every little specific that she does and maybe she doesn't do. Not saying she's gonna do bad. I highly doubt that. I support you 100,000%, Jay Cargill, you beautiful black queen. But with that being said, they just trying to take the safe approach with doing the debut of
debut WrestleMania. That's a smart way to do it. She
right.
needs time to acclimate to being on TV audiences as big as that, and she needs time to get used to working with the other people that she has to work with. So that's the smart debut where I do agree.
Yeah. So Bianca, Jade, Naomi, get that W because we are supporting you on this match. Let's see what else. Now, okay, now we get into the heavy hitters, the championship, the singles championship matches.
Yeah.
Rhea Ripley versus Becky Lynch for the Women's World Championship match. I'm in the middle on this one. I'm in the middle, but I'm gonna go with Rhea Ripley.
That's ultimately where I land too. I think that this is one of the better stories they've done with women's wrestling in a while. Becky definitely has played her case, and she's been putting on really good matches with other people. But I feel like this is a match that could really establish Rhea Ripley as the what she call herself, decimator or something like that.
Something like that. I don't know. I just know her by mommy.
But she a lot of matches. She's had some good matches, but none of them have been rivalry built. And I feel like this is the one that she needs to really take home. So I'm gonna go with Rhea Ripley.
Cool. I said I agree with you on that one, so we're gonna go with it. Now we're gonna go to the other women's title, and that is the WWE Women's Championship match, and that is Io Sky versus Bayley.
Same reason. I think it should be Io Sky, but I think Bayley's gonna take this one.
I thought you were about to say Io Sky for the win.
I think she hasn't really done anything. She has the title, but she's lost in the shuffle of her own group.
Yeah, like that's just all over the place right now.
She hasn't really done anything as champ. So I feel like she needs something to prove that this wasn't really a wasted
title run.
I mean, yeah, you know what I'm saying? She used the briefcase and it's looking like she was another wash.
Yeah.
I think she can win, but I see Bayley winning.
Yep, I'm going Bayley on this one too as well because I just feel like they just ran out of ideas for Io Sky.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. And so they just like, okay, well, you got the briefcase, you got the win. Now US champions it hasn't really been living up to the hype or hyped up because you were one that said she was gonna win the briefcase. I remember that. Then they just
haven't really done.
Yeah, they just dropped the ball on. So who knows? But like I said, Bayley, we're gonna get you for the win. Next up, we have Seth Rollins versus Drew McIntyre for the World Heavyweight Championship.
Drew has to take this.
Drew has to win.
He really does. He's been talking shit. He's been A+. He's been at the very tip top of his game for months. 4 months. He needs this. He deserves this easily.
he's been on top, but then when CM Punk came back, he just elevated himself even more.
He did use that as a catalyst for just another gear. He switched into a whole other gear.
Right. So,
Drew is like he cemented himself in this run to WrestleMania as being a top talent that they have. If they be not to get.
yeah, so Drew McIntyre, he's gonna get that win too as well. And I feel like, yeah, it's time for Seth Rollins to take a break. You know, he's doing a good job of being the quote unquote first world heavyweight championship since they brought this new title in the picture. When he won it at what show that was in Saudi Arabia? I forgot the name of it. Yeah, that show. Yeah, like I said, he's been holding it down since then. Like he's been doing a great job, but like it's time for a change. Drew McIntyre is the perfect person for this, and also it gives perfect opportunity for Seth Rollins, Becky Lynch to chill out for a while because they've been on the scene for so long. Relax and be with y'all what baby girl? Yeah, baby, yeah. Just get that time off, you know. I feel like that's just well deserved because they need it. So, but other than that, Drew McIntyre is well deserved, even outside of all the personal business. So I'm going with Drew. All right, on to the big matches, the main events of night 1 and night 2, the one that you are excited for. We're gonna start off with night 1 main event. That is The Rock, the final boss, the People's Champ, the Brahma Bull, and Roman Reigns, the head of the table, the tribal chief, the man that he says he's on God mode, versus Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins.
You know how I feel about Cody, man. I'm just not a fan. Haven't been since he came back. I'm just not convinced. Unfortunately, I'm not convinced. I think that Cody and Seth win this match purely because of the stipulation of the the bloodline being banned from ringside for the main event. I feel like they've really been hammering on that lately about how that's pretty much how all the matches go, about he has to rely on them, and this would be the perfect time for them to take that element out and have a strictly one-on-one match between Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes on night 2.
I'm going with the bloodline. I just don't see either The Rock getting pinned. I definitely can't see it, or Roman Reigns getting pinned.
I see miscommunication happening somewhere because I don't see The Rock and the rest of the bloodline. I don't see The Rock being seen as secondary to Roman Reigns for very long. I feel like it's going to be an ego thing. And they've been showing little subtle signs of shit like that with like facial expressions when Rock saying something from Roman Reigns, or him just sitting back looking in a different demeanor and all that. So I don't know.
I feel like that might come on night 2 when they have bloodline rules when anything goes, because the thing about Roman Reigns losing clean to Cody Rhodes.
I didn't say that.
But if the Rock and Roman Reigns lose night 1, then nobody is at ringside.
Good. And then Roman Reigns beats him clean by himself.
Oh,
I don't see Cody finishing his story.
Okay. We just went to night 2. All right.
But I said this last year. If he didn't finish the story that first year, the story is irrelevant to me. I know a lot of people are still into it and are, because that's they selling it on. But it doesn't make sense to me for him to finish his story the second time around. You either capitalize it right then and there, or you don't. That's just how I feel about it. So for me, it's not as impactful if he wins this year. I feel like Roman wins clean, and he needs to shut everybody up, and then they move on to whatever happens with him and The Rock. That's where my head is with it. But I could see it going there the same way that you said it too. I could definitely see that. I could see them having the bloodline win night 1, and then miscommunication caused Roman Reigns to finally lose the title on night 2. I could see that. That's just not where my head is with it.
Put a damper on this one, man. Maybe you did too much thinking right now. I'm still gonna say the Bloodline wins night 1. Still gonna say it. But night 2, Cody Rhodes, the American Nightmare, is gonna take an L. Because I just feel like they are going to make Roman Reigns be he's gonna pass up that one guy record, that wear the red and yellow. We're not gonna say his name on this show, but yeah, I feel like they're setting him up so he could pass record because it's right there. It's literally right there.
Yeah, it is. He's right on the cusp.
Yeah, he's right there. He literally just got to make it to SummerSlam. Yeah, I think he's got to make it SummerSlam. And I feel like that's what's going to happen. I don't know how SummerSlam going to go because it's in Cleveland. That's not really fun, but hey, to each his own. But yeah, with that, night 1 and then night 2 is just going to be all Bloodline.
Yeah. I could see it. Yeah. I can see it. I'm with you.
Yeah, I don't know how they're going to do it, how they write the story out, but that's just my theory. No Austin, but yeah. So we're just going to see how that So we're just gonna see how that goes.
Yes, sir.
Looking forward to WrestleMania. I'm gonna be there this year, so I'm happy about that. Not happy about the weather. I ain't really think about putting 2 and 2 together because the Lincoln Financial Field is an outdoor stadium. It's an outdoor NFL stadium. It's in Philly. I checked the weather not too long ago. The high is gonna be like 52.
Oh man, the high.
The high.
When the sun good getting low.
Right. When the sun drop and it's 7 to 8 p.m. at night, that breeze is going to hit. I ain't think about that. I don't want to go no more. Because Hollywood, LA, it was beautiful out there. Weather was perfect. I mean, it wasn't hot, it wasn't cold. It's at the right cusp. It was a nice breeze coming through. It was 5 p.m. I'm like, it was early. I'm like, this is perfect.
Yeah.
Like, it was great. The year before, when I went to my first WrestleMania in Dallas, it was indoors in the dome. So I'm like, this is even better. I ain't got to worry about weather. But now y'all want to have this outside?
It's crazy. Got to think about that when they go to them certain places.
Right. I'm just like, and now y'all want to have WrestleMania next year in Minnesota? I mean, I think Minnesota got an indoor stadium, but still, Minnesota. Like, why?
It's still Minnesota.
It's still Minnesota. Like, I just don't want to deal with it. It might just snow for the hell of it just one day. All the way up north, we're gonna have a blizzard on a Friday night. Like, well, I don't know how you're gonna get there Saturday, but we're gonna clear off these roads. I'm like, nah, see, everybody's stuck and everybody can't go home. So we just all screwed.
Stuck in the stadium.
Right. Yep. But like I said, we are at close to the end to the road of WrestleMania. This is a good time. It's everybody's favorite part of the wrestling year. And we just hope everybody has a good time with it. Enjoy the show. And hopefully y'all enjoyed this show too, because our time is up. Thank y'all for listening. Thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for supporting Know the Ropes podcast, because without y'all, there would not be no KTR. But until then, let's sign off for episode 88. Y'all got to do something favor for us, and that is to follow us on all social media platforms, KTR_podcast, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok, No Ropes Podcast, Facebook, YouTube, No Ropes Podcast, all podcast platforms, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Anchor, Apple Podcasts, Podbean. We on everything. And don't forget to get that merch at tees.com/KTR podcast. Let's go and let's get off this show. This is episode 88. Know the Ropes Podcast. Hashtag KTR. And we are out. Wait.
He ain't there.
Hey.
He ain't there, man. He ain't there.
He not. Wait. Then what does he say? I was gonna say it first.
Or pump them numbers.
We're gonna take it that way.
Yeah, that's.
I still can't get the animation.
Nope.
I need to update my computer. That's what it is.
That's probably it. Software.
Where's the stop button at?
Couldn't find the record button, can't find the stop button.
Can't find the stop there.
That don't compute in my mind, I must be out of mind. Black fist high, rally up before we out of time.